What it was your Timmy's here. Now, of course, ever since like it launched in 2019, Disney Plus has put out some really decent solid stuff. Not everything they put out trying to keep their goat or anything, but this year they did put out some really decent stuff. So here is my top 10 favorite Disney Plus originals of 2023. All right, coming in at number 10, I'm going with High School Musical, the series, season 3. I'm sorry, that's a tongue twister right there. Now, well, I didn't enjoy this as much as I did with the first two. I actually thought, I really quite like the series more than I should have. I mean, I really quite like the cast of characters. Love the here. I mean, I remember watching like the original High School Musical back in the day, and I love how this really, does pay homage to the original High School Musical. Of course, you got Olivia Rodrigo, who ended up not returning for season 3, because obviously she's a lot bigger now here, and more popular than she was before. But instead, her character Gabriella Montez ends up, pretty much embarking on a road trip to California to pursue her career in singing and songwriting. Joshua Bassett, I think, is great as Ricky. I like Matt Cornett as EJ. Sophia Wally as Gina is really good. These characters are really solid here, and they are really are terrific. I hope you see them in more stuff in the near future. And it's also really cool to see some of the original High School Musical actors popping up too, like Corbin Blue, Monique Coleman. It's a shame we don't really have Zac Efron ever appeared or even Vanessa Hudgens, but hey, at least some of the other OGs cast comes in, so that's really cool. All right, now number 9. This is actually just premiering this past week, and it is of course What If season 2. I'm really digging this season. I mean, of course, I really like some of the themes. Like one of the episodes was very reminiscent of Blade Runner. Another episode was very reminiscent of Die Hard. One really felt like the racing one really felt a lot like people said Death Race, but I really thought of maybe Wacky Races in a weird way. Who remembers Wacky Races? Come on. Uh, of course, seeing some the likes of Elizabeth Olsen coming back as Wanda, even though it's just voicing, I thought it was really cool. We do get some new characters popping up here and there. Some of the episodes I thought was really great. I mean, the show just premiered. I'm not really gonna try to spoil anything, but I'm actually really enjoying this new season and cannot wait for season 3 whenever that premieres. All right, number 8, I'm going with Goosebumps. Now, this isn't great or anything, but I actually thought the Goosebumps series that Disney Plus premiered was pretty decent. I really love the creepy aspects. The new cast of characters was pretty decent. Justin Long coming in is really cool. It's a really decent series. Really show what made the original Goosebumps so unique and everything. And it's a really decent series. We're checking out. All right, number 6. Again, this also just premiered. Uh, Oh no, number 7. My bad. Number 7. I'm going with Diary of a Wimpy Kid Christmas Cabin Fever. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really getting a kick out of these animated Diary of a Wimpy Kid films, and this is a really decent anime one. Of course, featuring the voice talents of Jimmy Kimmel's nephew, Wesley Kimmel. Uh, One of the Power Rangers, Erica Carrera, is also in this. Some really decent voice talents. I love the Christmas aspects here. Uh, it's really cool to see them really adapting another like a different Wimpy Kid book that's not the same one that's already been made before. So not a bad one here. All right, now this one, of course, just premiered. I just checked out the third episode, solid third episode there, and that is Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I mean, the new episode, by the way, bit of a spoiler, just a tiny spoiler. It does have Medusa, which, oh man, I used to always been freaked out on Medusa. So seeing Medusa popping up at this is intriguing. Jessica Parker Kenny, who you might know as Barry and Nora's future daughter from The Flash, plays Medusa. She is solid there. Of course, the kid Walker Scobell is great. The other cast, like the one who plays Grover and Annabeth, is both really great. I know there are lots of people who hate the idea of of a person of color playing Annabeth, but I don't care what people says. I think the actress who plays her is really solid here. But of course, people just like calling this. Already, there's people calling the show woke because of that. But the author is the one who picked out the actor. So yeah, but it is what it is. People are just sad. But hey, the show is still really decent. Looking forward to checking out the next few episodes. So should be interesting to see what's going to happen now here. All right, number 4, I'm going with The Mandalorian season 3. Now, despite some of its problems, I still thought Mandalorian season 3 was a really solid one. I mean, it was still weird seeing cameos by Jack Black and Lizzo popping up. Seeing Christopher Lloyd was always great. I do, of course, sadly the show did stumble a little bit, but I still thought it was as solid. It's nowhere near as good as the first season, but the show has been pretty decent here, and it is a little far better than the recent Star Wars shows that came out past recent, like the Bad Batch, or not the Bad Batch, the Book of Boba Fett, I might say. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out the Mandalorian season 4. That probably won't come out until 2025 or 2026, the earliest. And of course, there is still talks about Dave Filoni directing bringing Mandalorian to the big screen, which I think that would be cool, more cooler than season 4, really. But number 4 is another Star Wars saga, and that is Ahsoka. Now, it's not like the best Star Wars show, but I really quite thought Ahsoka was a really decent one. Seeing Ariana Greenblatt play the younger Ahsoka, I thought was really cool. I didn't even knew that was her until until the credits. I'm like, wait, was that the girl who was just in Barbie? Okay, cool. Of course, Rosario Dawson's great. Mary Elizabeth Winston. The one who played Ezra, I thought was really cool. The late great Ray Stevenson was also great in this. Seeing some seeing Hayden Christensen coming in, I thought was really cool. Yes, there was a lot of member berries, but hey, it was still pretty cool nonetheless. And I'm wondering if we're ever gonna get season 2, or will we ever see Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka again? That's my big question there, but who knows? All right, number 3, I'm going with the documentary Stan Lee. Now, of course, this is a documentary about the life of Stan Lee, and it was a really excellent doc. It was really cool that it was Stan Lee really telling his story. You didn't really have in documentaries where you have interviews with other people that the documentary is not about, and really cool. They did not even have anyone talking. It was mostly Stan Lee was the one that telling the story, and I thought that was really cool. I've always loved Stan Lee. He was such an icon with Marvel. I mean, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have the MCU we have today. And it is insane to believe that. By the way, today would have actually been Stan Lee's 101st birthday. So, RIP and happy birthday to the great Stan Lee. But yeah, this is a really amazing documentary if you guys haven't seen that. All right. Number 2, I'm going with Loki season 2. I thought Loki season 2 was such a fun series here. Seeing Tom Hiddleston, I'm really sure this is going to be Swan. This was his swan song. I don't think. Who knows if we're ever going to see Tom Hiddleston as Loki again? Of course, we got Jonathan Majors in this, which. Yeah, the whole Jonathan Majors situation is but hey, take that aside. He is actually still really solid in this. Owen Wilson, of course, is great. The time jumping. I thought was great. Seeing Ke Huy Quan in this, he still lots of scenes. Really a decent follow up here. And my number 1 is, of course, the best thing Disney put out this year, and that is Once Upon a Disney. I mean, I don't think this is really Disney Plus original. This actually did premiere before it premiered on Disney Plus, but I'm sure Disney Plus had some stuff helped out with it somehow. But I'm sorry, I just had to put this number 1 in. It's just the best thing Disney just ever put out this whole year. It's of course in my top, my number 1 favorite Disney film of the year. It's one of the best shorts I've seen. Seeing like these iconic Disney characters from hand drawn to computer animation, I thought was like all together in one. I thought was terrific there. So yeah, really solid short here. Hopefully, it wins the Oscar for best short, but we'll see. That's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, High School Musical, the series, season 3. 9, What If, season 2. 8, Goosebumps. 7, Diary of a Wimpy Kid Christmas, Cabin Fever. 6, Percy Jackson. 5, The Mandalorian. 4, Ahsoka. 3, Stanley. 2, Loki, season 2. And number 1, Once Upon a Studio. There's another one I probably should have added. I actually finally checked out that Beyond the Attraction recent. Checked out season 2. Really solid docu if you guys haven't seen it. I mean, I've never like the last time I've ever been to Disney World was when I was a child, and I don't really fully remember it. But I really do adore I really do like the story of how these attractions was made and the creation behind them and inspiration behind them and all. It's really soft if you guys haven't seen it. American Born Chinese is a really good one if you guys haven't seen that one. Chain Tent Dunk is really good. So there's some really decent solid ones that got released this year. I did not mind Pure Pen and Wind. I know lots of people hate it. To me, it's not that bad of a film. It's not great, but it's not a bad flick there. Let me leave you guys. What are some of your favorite Disney Plus originals of the year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Zimmy Sayo.